first thing, leave the bottom plate for now, and then you're on your middle plate, which both of these plates are exactly the same, so you pick whichever one you want for your middle plate. But basically the 4 holes in the middle, they're for your power distributor and flight controller to go on. So them ones you don't put metal standoffs in, and then you use these standoffs, which they go in the next holes out from the 4 holes in the middle. So the next one's out from them, so it's them 4, and then got the 2 back ones, 2 front ones, whichever way, it don't matter which way, both exactly the same, front and back. And then the other 4 holes, they're for your arms. And then with the front plate then, that is meant to be the front because there's little shocks will go in there and a top plate, but I never use that, so I ain't even going to be fitting it. But there, it's just them holes down there which all the standoffs go to. But you've got to put your standoffs in first, screw them from underneath. That's why I put these in first as well and screw them from underneath, because once that plate bolts your arms in place, you can't get at it to fit them after. So they've got to be fitted first. So one of your plates, stick all 8 of your standoffs, these big red ones, all the way down in them holes. These are the bolts what it comes with to fit these standoffs, which, if you can see them, they've got a really tiny Allen key, which as soon as you've fitted them once, you try and do anything, as soon as they come loose, you can never tighten them back up because they just round. So they end up then you have a rattly standoffs all in your frame, which I'd recommend if you can. If you've just got one frame, then you've only got these ones, but when you do get spare ones, like I'm going to use spare motor bolts, which they come with a bigger Allen key, so then you can always tighten your standoffs without them breaking, and then they're just, yeah, they're much better. I would definitely try and do that. So that's what I'm going to be building with my standoffs. And then, like I said, they're the ones for the power distributor, so put them in place first. That's if you want to build it this way. You can do it the other way where you put the screws up and then mount the standoffs the other way, but I find it easier, and the flight controller sometimes chips in the way, so if you're putting these nuts on the top, they sometimes hit the chips. So I find it easier to just do it this way, put the nuts at the bottom and then screw all my standoff down through. And then it finishes with screws on the top then. So, right. And this is where you want your Loctite glue. Put a little dot on each screw head as you're putting them in, and then that should stop them coming loose too. So the Loctite blue will release. If you get like Loctite red, it will lock so tight that you won't be able to get it back off again. So yeah, just put a little bit on the threads. Let's start with this one. Sticking through. Get your standoff. Screw it on. And then do it with an Allen key. If you can't keep hold of the standoff while you're doing it, use a set of grips and just pinch hold of that somewhere in the middle. And if you don't want to mark your standoffs, my ones are old, so it don't really matter. If you don't want to mark them, put a rag or something in your pliers first and then put it on there, so then you won't scratch them up. When you buy a set of motors, you get a long set of bolts and a short set of bolts. So I use the short set with the big Allen key fitting, not them ones which come with it. And then you can do these up quite tight then, so, and they're easier to adjust. And when you've got to take it apart and rebuild, these ones just, they're one off, like you put them in once and that's it. Once they come out, they're fucked. So, yeah, they're always round. I'm struggling to get a set of standoffs off this one. because I used these, which if I'd used them it would just come off straight away, so now I'm struggling to get them ones off. Pinch him up nice and tight. Right, that's that one done really. It's all the standoffs in place, your standoffs with the power distributor in place. Got all the bolts all underneath. Basically just get your middle plate with all your standoffs, put it onto that one. If you put your standoffs like that, if they fit, the plastic lugs fit into this, it holds it in the right places. Or just one of your arms. Slide it in so the holes line up. Just push one of the bolts through. Yeah, there's one in. Screw a little nut on it. Yeah, you probably noticed I've stuck mine around that way because with the bolt the nut is going to be on top, just because I don't want my threads pointing at the ground, and then when you land and scrape along the ground you're obviously going to scrape your threads away and wreck the nut which is holding it on. So I put mine up into the frame and then it's nice and slim underneath. The motor bolts pretty much should hold it off there, and if you put some pads then it won't hit them at all then. And I forgot to mention you want to Loctite these ones too, because they'll tend to come loose if you don't Loctite them. They are locking nuts because they've got a little nylon bit inside, but still. You probably won't have to do them with pliers, but because I've used these bolts a couple of times, it's just not great no more, so I prefer to just hold them and pinch them up with pliers. But if you've got a little spanner which will fit there, then it's even easier. All the arms all bolted up, nice and tight, Loctite on everything. So you should have all your arms, if you're building at the same time, should have everything all solid. Your standoffs ready for your power distributor or flight controller, whatever way you want to fit them. But I'm going to be putting my power distributor, then standoffs, then my flight controller. But pretty much the frame is pretty much done. Don't really want to do much else. You don't want to like get two more pieces, but if you want to add this piece to the front you can. That just drops in basically, and then that drops back on top, and then your top plate goes on. Now you can sort of pick what end is going to be your front, and then you know now. It don't really matter up until this stage, you pick now. So right, yeah, the front and the back is exactly the same until you stick this piece in and the top plate. So right, the next thing is to start mounting the power distributor, motors, motor guards and ESCs.